All right, so let's see what they. Hold on, just a second.
How about while you see the card and put some analysis into the commentary, I'll just welcome everyone to the Super Metroid Double Ante Bingo tournament. We're kicking things off with RetroReviver versus shokushu. And I'm glad. We were looking like we might not get a match tonight, but everything came together.
Is there a way to mute the?
You're hearing the commentary from the. I just go to my volume mixer and mute my browser.
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh well, that will mute Discord then too. Well, okay, I suppose that's fine. Okay, so let's just talk about this card a little bit here. Sorry, everybody. So I'm just trying to get all situated. So let's look at what they chose for each other. So Shokushu chose row 2 for his opponent, RetroReviver. So let's take a look at row 2 here. Row 2 says you have to finish in the X-ray scope room, collect Spring Ball and skip Grapple Beam, destroy 2 statues, collect 100 missiles, and defeat Spore Spawn. And RetroReviver chose for Shokushu Column 2, which is 2 reserve tanks, collect Spring Ball and skip Grapple, 3 energy tanks and 30 missiles, visit the Criteria Meridia Elevator, and finish in a Shine Spark or Crystal Flash. So already, this is definitely going to shape up to be interesting. I don't know what either of these players' experience is with the Ice Clip to Spring Ball, but that is a thing that we are going to be seeing from both of these players as they have forced it upon each other. So just have to wait and see. What comes from this? Alrighty, let me get this notepad set up so I can keep track. What these players need. So let's see. RetroReviver is going to need 100 missiles. Alrighty. So that's an interesting point you bring up, Shift. There's a couple of different things that makes Shokushu's choice, his forced row upon his opponent, a pretty good one over the one that his opponent gave him. The fact that his finish in requires a room as opposed to finishing into Shine Spark or Crystal Flash is definitely one thing that makes it a lot easier. You're not restricted to, going back to one room, and you can Shine Spark or Crystal Flash in nearly any room you want. And definitely collecting 100 missiles, that takes quite a long time. So 100 missiles is going to be 20 missile packs. And let's just do some math here. A item fanfare is approximately 6.5 seconds long. So 6.5 times 20. I get 130. So that's just about That's just over like 2 minutes of fanfare alone. That who needs to do that retro is gonna have over shokushu. So it's like two whole minutes that he gains pretty much for free. In addition to all the extra time it's going to take to actually go and get those missiles.
All right, I think this is a little awkward because I think you guys can't hear Feasel,
wrong.
but you can hear me. However, Anaconda can't hear me, so I'm on stream right now. Anyway, Feasel, yeah, he's muted. He can't hear us here right now.
Oh. Oh. Okay. So yeah, the bingo cards were updated, so the seeds might not be the same. Oh, interesting. Okay. Let's see. Let me get the card. The proper card here. Maybe there we go. Take a look and see if this is the proper card. Aha! Yes. Okay. Defeat Croc and skip high jump. That is the right one. Alrighty. So just kidding. Retro does not have all that extra time. Excuse me. That he has to spend picking up missiles. But he does instead need to defeat Croc and skip high jump. Now, that's actually, you know, also pretty awful. Skipping high jump is... It's not too good. There's, like, very, very, very few situations where skipping high jump is actually going to be beneficial to you, since it's just such a versatile... Well, I guess versatile is not the right word, but it helps your movement out significantly, and not having it can really hinder you. So not having it for the entire bingo, we'll see how that ends up affecting Retro here. Looking like shokushu having a little bit of trouble with the mock ball. Excuse me. Player's struggling a little bit with the mock ball, but looks like shokushu finally got it. RetroReviver is still working on getting it. Doing the mock ball within the room can be a little bit more difficult. But shokushu now has one of his 2 reserve tanks that he is required to pick up. And he should have... quite a few missiles. 15 or 20, actually. I don't know if you picked up the ones underneath the green bridge. So the colors are going to be a little bit wonky. We're not going to be able to mark off if both players have the same objective. We're just going to need to keep track of that on our own, but I think you guys are capable of that. The only one we know of that happening with for sure is going to be collect spring ball and skip grapple. So RetroReviver currently fighting Spore Spawn, as one of his forced objectives requires him to do. We'll take that out pretty soon here. And Spore Spawn is down for RetroReviver, claiming first blood on objectives in this race. Well, I guess technically both of them have the skip waving objective, but, you know, whatever. Where RetroReviver's going. What's he trying to do here? Yeah, looks like shokushu almost got the quick kill. So, regrettably, I had something else planned. I guess, and I had completely forgot about this. So, unfortunately, I am gonna have to bail. My sincerest apologies. Um, However, I do leave you in the capable hands of Feasel and Mythical 9. Um, really sorry, everybody. Enjoy the rest of the race, and I'm sure I'll see you guys at some other point.
All right. Thanks you for stepping in, Wild Anaconda. Boy, that was fun. That was really something. We got more. The race goes on. I am significantly less proficient in Super Metroid as our departed commentator, Wild Anaconda.
You're also 60 lower in number.
60, yeah, that's right. I'm missing 60 whole mythicals. He's way ahead of me on the scale. It's kind of embarrassing. But here I am. And so we're going to play. The chat gets to play along too. Because guess what? You guys know more about this than I do. Probably. Some of you. So we're going to play along together. We're going to talk about this and learn together. And most importantly, if you see someone complete an objective, you should call it out in chat. And then we'll mark it off. The chat's like, I don't know anything. It's your job. So we got Retro doing an infinite bomb jump up to Kraid here. You could just wall jump, but I guess he's a little uncomfortable with that. I can't believe he's uncomfortable with a wall jump, but comfortable doing an infinite bomb jump. It seems a lot more difficult to me. But there it is, doing what he knows. And making it work. That's what I like to see. Shokushu picks up the ice beam. While Anaconda was talking about the ice clip possibly being a factor. We saw it come down to just that very thing this morning in the 10 a.m. race. And I was hoping that one player would get stuck there so the other player could catch up and then we'd have something really tense. But I guess I won't spoil the way it went. But it's a pretty precise trick. An ice beam is necessary if you want to do it. And since both players are going to be collecting Spring Ball, it's pretty likely that they will find themselves in that situation. Ice Clip is required for both runners. That's probably what skipping Grapple Beam makes you do. So an interesting finish condition, finish in Shine Spark or Crystal Flash. Most of the finish conditions are rooms, whereas this one is actually asking you to finish in a state. You need to be Crystal Flashing or Shine Sparking, which means you need to be conscious of where are all the places in the game you can Shine Spark. And if you're really advanced, where are the places where you can short charge and do a Shine Spark. So we it requires you to have pretty precise knowledge rather than just where everything is in the game. I really like that objective. So Shokushu has that lined up for himself as he makes his way towards Speed Booster, RetroReviver. Dealing with Kraid here, he just missed the quick kill and he's down to 49 health. I don't know if his stream is as choppy for you as it is for me. I think it probably is. So this is kind of tense, actually. Kraid's still alive. Still at 49 health. Shokushu farms up a little bit here, coming out of speed booster. No, Shokushu did not go get Crocomire already. Skipping high jump boots, kind of tricky. Wait, if he must have defeated him. It's checked off on the card. All right. Gonna make a quick switch here. I would love to update you on RetroReviver's progress. It's a bit of a mystery to me, and maybe everyone at the moment. Looks like he's I think he's on his way back from Ice Beam. Meanwhile, Shokushu has picked up the second reserve tank. Made a brief trip to Meridia there. He is going to have to go there eventually, but it's going to be awfully slow without Gravity Suit. To get that, you need to be Fantune, and that is usually pretty tough. So I know a lot of players like to leave Fantune for his, not go straight there. Although it is quite fast if you are able to do it, it is also quite risky. You're stuck in the Vile Plume there for a little bit. Grabbing a power bomb. Unless he's going for the 20 power bomb tile in row 5, column 1. He doesn't necessarily need it, but having just one will let you get around. And all sorts of other applications as well. Maybe he's on his way to finishing in a Crystal Flash, I don't know. Probably Shine Spark. It's an awful lot easier to finish in a Shine Spark. RetroReviver last seen in Bubble Mountain. Don't know where he's going or where he's coming from. Shokushu leaps over the ship. No safety save for him. He's confident he knows what he's doing. It's pretty bold. I would be safety saving all over the place in a situation like this. There's just a lot of uncertainty. And I've seen an awful lot of things go real bad here, watching some of our past matches. This is kind of fun. When I put sound on Retro Stream, I can hear him pretty well. I just can't see him. But I did notice we had a safety save there from Shokushu. Perhaps he knew he was going to be coming right back. No point safety saving. just yet, because he is very interested in doing that, as we saw. He's heading towards wrecked ship now. Powerbomb door there, no wonder he picked them up. And it looks like he's setting up for Ocean Fly here. Gets the goop spark into the ceiling. Alright, he's gonna settle with just getting across the moat here. Also going to try to shine spark here. It's pretty tricky to do it without going out the door. Just going to try to get just a little bit of extra room there. And now he's going to go all the way back. These screen transitions, they eat up time. Already, it would have been faster to just jump over there. Showing he's not quite comfortable with stutter stepping. It's a technique to build a shine spark charge over a shorter distance. Basically, the game's only checking every couple of frames to see that you're holding down the D-pad to trigger the shine spark or the speed boost state. So if you're a wizard, you can tap the button every 4 frames in a rhythm to do a shine spark in a very, very short distance, but most people are not robots. So they're forced to just kind of wing it a little bit. They practice just a couple short steps and then going into a full run. It's possible to get fairly consistent at shortening your distance that you need. There it is. He's got it. Don't waste it. All right, he's not even going to jump. He's just going to boost straight across. But he's finally in there. He's in the wrecked ship. Making his way towards Fantoon. He's down an E-tank and a big chunk. Fantoon's no joke. He's got a fair number of missiles here. It's pretty dangerous to use supers on Fantoon, but he does have at least one to try to finish him with. Oh, he's got wave beam and power bomb, so he's going to be able to X Factor Fantoon here. See how this goes. It's a pretty tricky technique. You need to memorize a lot of Fantoon's patterns to know where you need to be and where you need to move to make sure your X Factor lines up with Fantoon correctly. Or you can memorize a couple and hope that you get lucky. Either way, Shokushu's Fantoon abilities are going to be put to the test here. Getting banged up a little bit. Here he goes. All right. Hit with 3, it looked like. Not bad. Unfortunately, that last one going around prevents him from shooting again. Finally, it's gone, so we can start doing something else here. I'm not able to land these hits on these blue drops here. Taking a lot of damage, down to 92 health here. Only hits with 1 on the X Factor. That's not good. You gotta hold on, buddy. Alright, he's got his beams back. He can finally start dealing with these blue droplets, but he's not. He's lining up the next X Factor. Looks like a total whiff. And now he cannot shoot again until these things are gone. He needs to dodge them. There's the reserve tank coming in. This is pretty tense. He can shoot again, he can defend himself from these droplets. He's choosing to go for hits on Phantoon. He knows he's almost down. Finishes him with the super and gets him down. It's a nice job by him, having a good sense of the boss's health and a good sense of his own energy remaining. That's the good thing about a goal like 2 reserve tanks. You end up being forced to have some safety strats on bosses. Retro last spotted climbing Red Tower. This is a fun game, though, to try to figure out where he's going. Once you figure out what row he's doing, then maybe you can kind of start to figure things out. And he's got a power bomb. So we climbed up Red Tower, went down the other side, got the power bomb. Maybe he is going to be on his way to wrecked ship, just like Shokushu. It's obviously incredibly hard to say, but I feel like Shokushu's got a bit of an edge here. He seems to be moving a little more smoothly. Seems a little more confident about strats in the game. Just more comfortable here. That's my read on it anyway. He's up an attic here, down to 90 health. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. I'm hearing a lot of jumping and an occasional ice beam from Retro. Make of that what you will. And Shokushu gets to the bowling alley. Takes 1 extra hit from the spikes, which is a little scary when you're down to your last 40 energy. But he's in there. And this cutscene is finally done. If you're a Super Metroid runner, you probably have a pretty good sense of just how long that cutscene is. Especially when you screw up and have to make a return trip to wrecked ship, and you have to do it again, and possibly even a 3rd time. So it looked like he was going to collect the missiles there, and then he went back for gravity suit. So maybe someone can tell me what that was about. Oh, you need the HP. That's right. That's awkward for him. We'll see how he handles this situation. The ship is pretty close. Definitely not as close as he would like it to be, but sure enough, that's where he's gone. Safety save, not too bad either. Especially now that Fantoon's dead. We'll see if he goes back for those missiles. Or if having gone this far out of the way, they're not worth it at this point. I don't know. I don't know what other row or column he has his sights set on. But I can tell you at some point he high-fived RetroReviver, who is on his way to wrecked ship as well. Given where he's standing, it's looking to me like he's not going to do a Shine Spark across the water. Shokushu's out. Whatever was waiting for him in wrecked ship, he doesn't want. We saw the missiles on screen, but I believe there's also a reserve tank there that requires you to speed boost, which is why you push the robots down in the holes to clear the way. And then you do a Shine Spark, which drains your health in Super Metroid. And that was why he needed the health. So, not willing to spend time to pick up the safety item. Not that much time, anyway. Gravity suit equipped. He's going to go ahead and head into Meridia. Power bomb the glass tube. Always a fun moment. For me, at least. These things are still novel for me. As someone who's only mostly experienced Super Metroid as a casual game. Builds up the Shine Spark. It's moving very, very meticulously. You can get punished pretty bad when you make a mistake when it comes to Shine Sparks. Loss of health, loss of time. So Shokushu taking his time to line up that spark just the way he wants it. I'm hearing an awful lot of wall jumps on RetroReviver's stream, so I think he's still trying to make his way across the water here. I could be way off, though. As Shokushu enters Batoon, a hitbox on Batoon, a little weird. Looking like he's going to get a solid 2-cycle, unable to finish it off there. And he's out of supers now. But he gets him down. That could have been a problem there, but he dealt with it rather quickly. Going for the E-Tank here. I believe that ticks off the one Meridia energy tank tile. R1C1. I'm remiss that I'm not 100% sure where he's going next in Meridia. Spring Ball's around here, Dragon, and the space jump he guards, rather. So he is going to Dragon. I cannot remember which player has which road in which column. But if he has to destroy at least 2 statues, this is one of them. Plus space jump, handy thing to have around. Besides the top left, no, I don't think so. So RetroReviver, I believe, was in the Phantoon fight. Still is. Based off of the boss music. So both players facing off against a major boss here. Shokushu with Dragon, Retro with Phantoon. Opting not to go with the Shine Spark kill on Dragon. He's already demonstrated he's had some trouble with short charges, and I believe you do need to short charge a little bit to build up a charge here in Dragon's room. Although our experts in chat informing us it's not that hard, just a 2 or 3 tap, enough to build up that charge. But just Shine Sparks in general, he seemed pretty shaky with, so he's sticking with what he knows and making a go of it. He's got Dragon down fairly low here. And he finishes him off. Nice job. Retro still in the Phantoon fight. And there's base jump for Shokushu. So help me out here, chat. Shokushu's going, what, row 1 in column 2? Okay. So I believe he pretty much just needs the plasma beam and the elevator before charging up a Shine Spark for the win. His opponent still fighting Phantoon. Seems like he's struggling. I don't think he has much of a chance of catching Shokushu unless something real bad happens. And now that he's got some farmable enemies where he can pick up some extra health, that's looking less and less likely. Oh yes, and Spring Ball. I was confusing this with the earlier race where finish in Spring Ball Room was the goal, so I figured that would be the end. But it's not. It's a Shine Spark finish, but the collect Spring Ball's still there, so that has to be done in addition to Plasma Beam. That's true. I don't know what RetroStream is doing when he buffers. Is it skipping ahead to current time or not? So perhaps RetroStream is way far behind, and we'll see a so we'll keep an eye on SRL chat for a sudden done. Though I'm sure proof will be required should he come up with a win here. Hopefully he's got a good local recording. Got some more squares ticked off. The shokushu grabs the plasma beam. He has... Wait, row 3, column 4, plasma beam. Yep. I don't think the row 3, column 4 matters too much, but technically, yes, he has completed it. So it looks like he's on his way to the elevator. There it is. I guess you gotta go up it. Welcome to the chat, not Jink. I hope you're having a wonderful birthday. And if it's not your birthday, whoever in your life is having a birthday, you can pass the message on to them. You do not need to actually ride the elevator. Pointed out by Guru. Some of the specifics of the tournament rules and rules of just the bingo in general. I'm hearing a death here on RetroStream, so I'm pretty sure he died to Fantoon. That is bad news for him, for sure. His stream is probably way behind, but that death is going to eat up a lot of time, and shokushu's been moving pretty good here. Not too much wasted time or effort. So I don't know if he's going to be able to come up with what he needs to get ahead of Sho here, who is looking to finish up really soon. On his way to Spring Ball here. But you do need to ride the elevator. See what I mean? A lot of these rules kind of up for clarification in a lot of spots, a lot of respects. Even among Super Metroid fans, there's been a bit of back and forth over some of the really fine details. Not getting all the way through that wall with the Shine Spark there. Alright, he's through it this time. Made sure he went nice and far, got all the way through it. And now he starts sinking down, morphing and unmorphing. Speed things up in his descent there just a little bit. A lot of goodies in this room, but he doesn't need them. Passes them right up, continues down. Now he's pretty close here. All right. So the goal here is to clip through that ceiling that you saw, where that weird blobby thing was jumping. The goal is to freeze it in just the right place so that you can jump on it, crouch, stand up, and zip through that floor. It's pretty precise. I think it's like a 2-frame window. We saw Alucard take more than a couple tries to get this earlier today. Dingus as well did not get it first try, I believe. Though he did get it pretty quick. Shoku did indeed ride the elevator. He should be done, as long as he can get into Spring Ball here. Is that the right place? The sprite animation looks correct to me, from what little I know, but not correct enough to the game. It says, nope, that's not going to be it. This is also not going to work. That's too early. But he's just going to... Yeah, I think going from a crouch to a stand is part of it. Oh, he's on it and he's crouching, and he was morphing there to get a little further over, but it unfroze while he was trying to make it happen there. I don't know if that was the right height or not. I don't know if he knows. I'm not sure what his knowledge level is. Oh, he's crouching, he's morph balling. Not happening for him. Almost. I mean, he's got a lot of time, I think, to make this happen. But he doesn't have infinite time. And I can't tell if he's either getting more frustrated the longer this goes on, or if he's getting more and more comfortable as he sort of learns this trick that may be new to him. You need to crouch before you jump. That is an interesting caveat. I would not have thought that. We'll see if Shokushu also does not think that. He is crouching as soon as he gets on it, but I can't tell if he's crouching before he jumps. I believe this is required in order to collect Spring Ball without grapple. Or, says Guru, something that's even harder, a Crystal Flash clip. How's that one? Is it any good? Nope. Then again, I don't see him crouching before he jumps, so, you know, maybe he's had it several times now and just isn't executing on it correctly. Oh, Samus is freaking out there. It looked pretty good. Maybe that's a clue to him that he's on the right track, but he's missing something. Just standing there aiming at this slime. Just, your move, slime. Waiting for it to unfreeze. Alright. See what he thinks about this situation. He is taking a little bit of damage every now and then. He might be forced to kill this thing, collect the energy, and respawn a couple times. And while we can't see it this whole time, RetroReviver is making progress. I got the vibe that he was a little more inexperienced. But I don't know, that was just a feeling I got. Even so, we're coming up on an hour now. It's entirely possible that the Retro's well on his way. And if Shokushu can't get this, he can't win. Basically, he cannot. He has to skip Grapple Beam and collect Spring Ball. He needs to do this. There is no safe strat. There is no backup. Honestly, it's entirely possible that he could pause, look up a tutorial on the ice clip, study it, at least see if he's got something wrong, something major, and come back to it. But he's gonna try to feel it out here. I don't think there's any rules on chat participation. If someone shows up in your chat and says, "Psst." I don't know if that's allowed or banned or frowned upon, but that's another possibility. Looks like he had the good height there, but not able to make it happen. And it happens pretty fast. So right away we should know. My interpretation of what's going on is every time Samus really gets stuck into the ceiling and starts, jittering in and out of standing and crouch, I believe that's him having frozen him at the right pixel, but not having crouched before he jumped. That is my interpretation of what's going on. Some extreme language coming out from Frack and Jackson chat. I will answer your question coolly and calmly. Basically, a stable internet connection is not a requirement to be a part of the tournament. And we're going to try to stream all of the matches of the tournament, regardless of internet quality. So it's basically what you get. We do our best to make up for it by interpreting what he's doing based off of sound. Now I can see Shoku's webcam. And his head leaning back in relief as he finally gets the ice clip was pretty good to see. So he's through, the hard part's over, he's just waiting for Shacktool to do its thing here. I think he's tabbed over to his keyboard and queued up the .done. That's going to be a big relief for him. Like I said, he had to get that trick. There was no other way. So, in the spring ball room, just a couple bomb jumps away. And there it is. No dot done in the chat, though. Oh, I think he needs to destroy the... No. Finish in Shine Spark. Right. Needs to Shine Spark still. Here he goes. Meow. The world's worst victory Shine Spark. Are you kidding? There's an entire hallway there. You could have Shine Spark down the whole thing. And he went into the ceiling. Nonetheless, he does finish in first place with a time of 1:05:57. And that's what counts. So congrats to Shokushu, who possibly learned how to ice clip in this race. Or maybe just had some phenomenal struggles with it. There's a Shining Spark all the way down the hallway. I have my suspicions that he's listening to the stream. Now he's having some fun. I'm curious what RetroReviver has done / will do. I've still only got him collecting the power bomb underneath the vial plumes here. I can hear him building up a speed boost. And I think he just entered some water. Is that wrecked ship? Is it Meridia? What do you think? Now I'm not hearing anything, just raw buffering. Diesel trolling the chat. Oh yeah, maybe it was Shoku. Plugging in his headset or something. Ba-doom. Ba-doom. Chat speculating Retro is just going to do everything. Just do the whole card. They do have categories like that. I think it's Blackout Bingo. So I think we're not going to stick with Retro's mysterious adventure through the rest of his race here. If you really want to find out what happens, you can follow him and go see his stream. You can follow Shokushu. And if you want to see more Super Metroid and all kinds of other stuff on this channel, you can follow us here on Speed Gaming. We had a really cool classic Zelda bounty race, wherein the winner, who I will not spoil, took home his $600 prize. Second place took home $300. Third place, $100. Pretty neat. Hasn't been a lot of cash prizes for speedrunning yet. So I was pretty excited to see that stuff. And the race turned out to be pretty exciting, really close going into the last game. And yeah, you should give that a watch. It's in the past broadcasts. I don't think we'll have a VOD for it up right away. We're a little behind on that, but we're working on it. So, if you want to see more Super Metroid Double Anti-Bingo, then you need to wait while I load up the upcoming races, which are tomorrow at 6 and 11 p.m. And as for the channel itself, we'll also have some Metroid Prime at 4 and some Metroid Fusion at 8. So fairly steady Metroid content here from 4 to 11 p.m. tomorrow. If that's how you want to spend your Sunday, we're welcome to have you. Thanks so much for stopping by and checking out the channel and the Super Metroid Double Anti-Bingo Tournament. I really like this bingo format. Can't wait to see more, and I can't wait to see you next time.